Don't stress, live life one day at a time. Don't drink or drug and you'll be fine.
Hey there, welcome back. Today I want to talk about all this hate that I've been seeing online, especially from people who are marketing their program to help somebody who is struggling with alcohol and drugs. Well, not necessarily drugs, but with alcohol. They seem to think that by trashing AA, that it's going to make people want to go with them. Now, I said this on my first podcast. I'm not here to promote AA, okay? But I have to tell people the truth on how I got sober and stayed sober. I'm 32 plus years sober now. Um, so I figured, I just better tell people the truth. And I've always done that. But and normally, I let all this crap that I see on Facebook and online about new programs that are out there. Somebody's got a new hack to quit drinking or drugging. It's kind of sickening if you ask me, if you want to try to prosper off of people who, a lot of them really need help. I mean, I knew when I quit drinking, 32 years ago, and I hit the bottle hard. I drank hard for a good 15, 20 years, man. It was hard. I mean, like I said, I was 32 years old when I quit. Now, maybe, I shouldn't say 20 years, a good 15 years of drinking, but I started drinking at 12. I mean, I was sneaking booze, out of the house at 12, 13. I was out with my friends every weekend drinking. Anytime my father and mother would leave the house, I was, drinking whatever I could find. I go into more of that in different podcasts, but that's not what this is for. But anyways, I drank a lot and I drank hard and found myself getting into a lot of trouble, went through a lot of relationships, yada, 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 all that crap. But when I walked into AA, and it was August 31st of 1992, it wasn't that bad. Now, of course, I was nervous. I don't know what to expect. In my mind, I was thinking I was going to see all these people that look like Skid Row bum type, and I don't mean anything bad by that, but the people that you see on TV, on Skid Row and all that, it was nothing like that. I mean, most of the people that I saw my first day just were regular people. I mean, I've always said that, I look across the room, the women there could be my aunt or, some of them my mom. The guys could have been my dad, uncles. There was business people there. There were people, that just came from their place of work on their lunchtime to, catch a meeting and everything. So it was just a whole group of different types of people, but they were all there because some were getting sober just like I was newly. Others had 15, 20 years, but they liked going to the meetings. It gave them, an opportunity. The people that kept on going back to AA after a lot of years, something that I didn't do, but a lot of people still go to the meetings because they want to be there for that newcomer that comes in just like somebody was there for them. So when you hear all this crap that, AA makes you attend meetings all the time, it's a lie. They don't make you do anything. AA, you know, there's a bunch of different rooms all over the country, man, and all over the world now, that you just go in, you go to the meeting, you be you, you listen. If you want to talk, you can talk. If you're having a difficult time, with drinking, you're going through some challenges, there's always somebody there that you can talk to. So for me, it was a good place for me to go early on in my sobriety. And I stayed in AA for, I'll say about 5 years. Now, I didn't go every day. Early on, I will admit, I went almost every single day, unless I couldn't because I was in school at that time. I came down to Florida at the age of 31 to attend school down here. But So if I could go to a meeting every day, I did. And most of the reason I went was because I enjoyed the people there. Some of the stuff they talked about, I understood what they were saying. Some of the stuff I didn't like for instance, I'll tell you, I didn't like calling myself an alcoholic. I don't call myself an alcoholic. I always say I'm just a person who, abused alcohol. Now, in the rooms of AA, they like people to address themselves as alcoholic. Big deal. Okay, that's what they want. I mean, and you do it for that person that is suffering, that when they first walk in, you let them know you get it. You know where they're at. Okay. For me, I just didn't like the way it's set, internally with me. But every time I spoke, I said, "Hey, I'm Joey and I'm an alcoholic." And I talked. It's no big deal. It really isn't. Nowadays, I just tell people if they ask if I drink, I say no. And if they ask why, I say, choose not to drink. And sometimes I'll say I drink plenty back in the day, but for me, it's better I don't drink. It's no big deal, right? So all the stuff that people hear about AA is bullshit. Okay? You can go to as many meetings as you want. You can go one a week if you want. It's all up to you. And now people talk about, yeah, but they make you do steps. No, they don't make you do anything. There's some suggestions, the 12 steps. Sometimes, if you want to do it with a person like a sponsor or somebody that you've met in AA, you can go through them. If you want to do it on your own, do it on your own. I did it on my own. But I will tell you this, there were people that went to AA, got some sobriety, were sober for a while, did the steps, and then guess what? They chose to drink again. It was their choice. Just like right now, I have a choice. I can very easily go to the bar down the street and have a beer. Nobody's going to stop me. I just don't want to do it anymore because I know what happens if I put one drink in me. Then I'm going to want the second one. I'm going to want the third one. I'm going to want the fourth one. And I'm going to be off to the races. Okay. I don't need to do that anymore. I don't want that in my life. And it's tough because, I was in AA for 4 years, maybe 5 years. I got a job in a nightclub. Then I started managing nightclubs sober. And I quit smoking the same day I quit drinking. I don't want to pat on my back or anything like that, but so back then you could smoke in the bars. And so here I am running clubs that people are drinking and smoking and everything. I was around it daily. I just didn't do it because I figured out while I was in AA something very important. And this is what you should figure out too. Why you should not drink. Don't give a shit about what anybody else says why you shouldn't drink. You have to decide for you why you shouldn't drink. Once you find out that, really, and it's not that difficult, in some of my other podcasts I'll talk about it, but you go, I get it now. I get it. And it's not that difficult. Now, some of these programs, and there's two in particular that I'll be doing a video on because they're the ones that advertise a lot on Facebook. Now, understand something. If you see an advertisement on Facebook, somebody's paying for it, right? So where are they getting this money? They want to get it from you. The two courses that I'll be talking about, both are marketing for men, exclusively men who are either entrepreneurs, they own their own business, they're executives, i.e., they're looking for people with money. That's it. Um, they think they have a different approach to getting somebody sober, but they don't. A lot of it's just rehashed up AA, repackaged, reprogrammed, and some people are spending $5,000 for the first 60 days. Now, this isn't a treatment center. You're doing this from your home, okay? Spending $5,000 for 6 days for 60 days. And if you want to continue with them, it's like $500 a month. And there's another one that I'll be talking about. I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but you could be up to as much as $30,000 for the year. The funny part is they all talk about you don't have to go to those AA meetings, but they have meetings, except they're online. They use Zoom or whatever program they use to uh, hold their meetings or discussions, what have it. And both of them want to talk about how they're going to help you in all areas of your life, like your relationship, your health, your job. Well, no, I went to AA to, I needed to get rid of my drinking. Other things I could take care of. Or once you start getting a clear mind, you can work through whatever other issues you have going on. And these people want to think that, they're like life coaches. We're going to use the term life coaches. And I, some people fall for it. Some people fall for what they're selling. And hey, God bless them. If they can make money by doing that, that's fine. But I'm here to tell you, you don't have to pay anything if you really want to get sober. You have to, you know, take care of your pride, meaning you have to, I shouldn't say take care of your pride. By the way, I'm not going to do any editing in this video, so I'm trying to just keep going. You just have to, let's just say, suck it up and walk into an AA room if you need some help, or make a call to the local AA office and find out, what they have going on. Because I don't care who you are or how much money you make. When I was in AA, I met doctors, lawyers, judges. I met a lot of very successful business people who were multimillionaires. So when these guys are saying they're only, associating with the people who are a different class of people, which I think is bullshit. Personally, I think they're tearing down, let's say, a janitor that's making 30 grand a year, 40 grand a year, and he's drunk. He needs help. They don't want to help somebody like him if they got such a great program. You wouldn't help somebody like that? AA, it's free. Nobody has ever asked me for a dime when I was in AA. They will pass a basket at a meeting, but that's it. Right? Nobody's asking you to pay them $5,000 to go in front of your computer screen with a bunch of other people that bought into the marketing, because that's what it's all about. It's the marketing. Again, I'm going to do a video. I got to be real careful how I do that video. I want to get myself sued, but everything that I put on my video comes right from them. So, I can say I don't agree with it. So I'll be okay, but I'm just taking my time. But I want to do this video to let people know, right? Don't get yourself hooked up with people who are trying to make a fast buck from you. I kind of talked to a couple of these people saying that, I needed help with my drinking. So somebody would talk to me. And that's how I got a lot of my information. And one guy, I'll say more about the other video, it was really clear after 10 minutes. Hey, dude, you want to join what we're doing, man? Yeah, man. We'd love to have you. We can help you. I can send you to the website, get your credit card information. You pay your $5,000. You're good to go. We'll give you set up with the meetings, and you have your own dashboard, and you see what everything is there. And man, we can rock and roll. And I said, well, let me think about it. The other one took a little bit more time. They wanted to drag it along before they told me the price. It was interesting. They told me the price of everybody else, all the treatment centers and all this stuff, but they didn't want to put their price out in the open until they had time to manipulate you. Because I had told one of them that I was going to go check out AA, and he says, "Well, I think that's a good thing to do, but realize people come to us because, AA didn't work for them, which was bullshit. Okay. Anything will work for anybody as long as you don't put that first drink in you. Because what do I always say? You don't drink or use no matter what, and no matter what means no matter what. In order for anything to work, that's the most important thing. You don't put a drink in you. So, like I said, I want to kind of make this thing short. It's not too short, unfortunately. It's almost over 15 minutes now. But I don't like seeing what's going on. I know there are people out there that are hurt. And seeing those ads, it's very misleading, extremely misleading. And they have every right to do it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying be careful. One of the guys stated that he only drank maybe 1 to 3 drinks a day. And then on the weekends, occasionally might tie one on. Dude, to me, that's not a drinker. But what he did was he realized he shouldn't put the alcohol in him because it was bad for his health. And then he realized that when he stopped drinking, he lost a little weight, he had a little bit more clarity in his life. So he created this whole program. Now he's going to teach people how to quit drinking and change their life. Well, maybe he is. AA deals with anybody who thinks alcohol is a problem. Number one, you don't have to be a fall down drunk or anything like that. But AA and the people there have gone through a lot of crap in their lives. Okay, those aren't the people that just had 1, 2, or 3 drinks and then and then say, okay, I had enough. I wish I could do that when I was drinking. Just say I'm just gonna have 2 or 3 beers and I'm done. I'm good. No, it never worked out that way. Once I got my buzz on, I was off to the races. So I don't know how this guy is relating to people like me and millions of other people that really hit the booze pretty hard. But hey, there might be guys out there that think they have a problem if they're just drinking 1, 2, or 3 drinks a day. God bless them. If you want to blow your money like that, do it. But for me, I would walk into AA any day of the week if you need help. Give it a chance. Give it 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. See what happens. And if it doesn't work out, go look for something else. But I'll be honest with you, the only reason it won't work for you is because you really don't want to stay sober. And that's it. I've always been honest on this show. That's it. If you go to an AA meeting, I'm not saying you got to do everything they tell you. If you go to a meeting, you listen, you're going to pick something up. And you're going to leave that meeting going, I could use that. I could use that. My favorite saying, don't drink or use no matter what, and no matter what means no matter what, came from my first day in AA. When I was leaving, I wanted to get out. The meeting was over. I went to a noon meeting. It was 1 o'clock, and I was ready to go. And not that there was anything wrong with the meeting, it's just that I wanted to get out. And a gentleman by the name of Jack stopped me, said, hey, Joey, remember, don't drink, come to a meeting, and the rest is all conversation. I said, okay, and I left. I figured out what Jack meant was, of course, don't drink. That's number one. Come to a meeting. They want you to go to meetings, give yourself a little time and start understanding what's going on with you. And the rest is all conversation, means the rest is all bullshit. Okay? Take care of the drinking. The rest of your life will fall into place. And if it doesn't fall into place, my life didn't. I got divorced my first 2 months of sobriety. My wife left, and I had to go through hell with my divorce and everything. But I was able to do that sober. Okay? I went through a lot of different challenges in my life. Relationships, open heart surgery. I went through a lot of shit, but I didn't pick up a drink. And millions of people are the same way. So, and it was because I went to AA, I believe, and met some nice people and got my head cleared up that I was able to move forward. And And the reason I started these podcasts where I just really want to get the word out there that, you don't have to drink or use if you're struggling. So check out some of my other podcasts. If you need to talk to somebody, email me, soberpapajoey@gmail.com. Tell me what's going on. And if you want to talk to me over the phone or a Zoom call, I have no problems of doing that. Okay? I'm not going to charge you anything. I'm not like that. But there are times where some people have contacted me and said, hey, can I talk to you for a minute on the phone? And I always said, sure. I mean, and tried to steer them one way or the other. If they had some questions they needed answered right away, I'd be more than happy to do that. Okay? So be careful. Your sobriety is important, especially if you're drinking now, okay? And you're having problems, suck it up. Find out where that closest AA meeting is and get there, all right? And just relax. It's going to be okay. But watch these, people that are out there trying to get you to part with your dollar to go with them to get sober online. I think it's ridiculous, but they have every right to do it. Till the next time, remember, don't drink or use no matter what, and no matter what means no matter what. And your sobriety is all on you, just like my sobriety is all on me. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Think about your serenity. Be grateful for your sobriety.